Davido is a frog. Hold on. Now this statement is very, very insulting considering everything that Davido has achieved. But now one man started all this. Wizkid. In late 2024, he tweeted this. Frogido. The internet took this tweet and ran with it. Wow, insulting. Causing Davido to hide in the shadows. But one thing that the internet, is forgetting is that Wizkid has had this notion about Davido for years. He being a talentless frog. And it is all Davido's fault. How? Now pay attention. Okay, let's go again. The third time is the charm, right? I need to give my all and finish this album. That is the exact spirit that Wizkid was in when he was releasing his third album. 14 July 2017, Sounds from the Other Side. Wizkid worked so hard on this project, he put his heart and soul into this. But lurking in the shadows was one man called Davido. He made a statement, not just one statement, quite a number. But one of those statements was, "Na pom pom sounds they real now, no Jonesy, all other sounds na the least for now." A shot aimed at Wizkid. Wow. Now guys, come here, I want you to remember this. An artist is most vulnerable when they just released a body of work. Remember this. So as you can tell, Wizkid, seeing this snap from Davido, was hurt and angry. Then took to Twitter. "My people, make una remember say Yankee passport no be Baba Blue." You know the cure frog voice. Hey, call that. That's a huge insult. And the only person that can say this is Wizkid. Why? Because Wizkid and Davido are both at the highest heights of their careers. Figuratively speaking, not physically speaking, you know. Yeah. This is where the amphibian lifestyle of Davido was born. The question is, why did Davido throw that jab at Wizkid in the first place? It is because there's an underlying feud between them, which the internet seems to have forgotten, which also dates back to a very, very long time ago. Now this is where you take your popcorn and allow me to take you back in time to 2010. The first month of the most important decade, January 2010, there was a breakout single which changed the whole face of Nigerian music for good. Backed by a record label called EME, owned by Banky W, the breakout star was called Wizkid. Remember that name? He then released an album called Superstar. This particular thing made him a household name in Nigeria. And now Wizkid was the real definition of from rags to riches. From a poor boy from Surulere to now releasing a song that will change his whole life. Davido, on the other hand, hasn't also had it easy. Okay, I'm just kidding. He has had it easy. Very, very easy. Look at, okay, he hasn't also had it easy. But in another sense. Now listen up. You see, Davido is a rich kid. I mean, like very, very rich. Problem is, to steal the heart of these Nigerians, you have to have one of the most important things: a good story. The thing we all know as the underdog story, from grass to grace. Now the problem too is that this man never chopped grass before, but he really wants to do this music thing. The music is his passion. So he came up with a strategy. How about well, not like lie to the Nigerians, but how about I just underplay how rich I am? You know, nobody needs to know. I can act like a poor boy. You get me? 9th May 2011 was when he put his sinister plan into action. But he had help. Nay to see. They then released the song called Back When. Now guys, I want you to remember one line in this song. Just one line. Back when you were what? Davido, Loiro, you don't want me? Note, we have to admit, Davido had struggles breaking out in the music industry. But that struggle was never money. Never money. So the Nigerians began digging into his past. And then they realized something that would change everything. His father was Adeleke. Davido, you lied to us. Your father is a rich man and you try to play into our struggles as poor people that... David, I'm hurt. Davido, I'm hurt. Fuck. Davido's plan was backfiring. Like, he literally did not know what to do at this moment. There was one thing that he felt. Fear. But there's only one way to overcome that fear. Face it. 30th October 2011, Davido came again. But this time, a little different. Yes, there's no grass to grace story. Fuck it, I lied. Emi Omo Babalowo, what are you going to do about it? Huh? You can't stop me. Damn it, Duro. Now go tell your father to go make some money. Surprisingly, this particular thing or song blew up. I didn't expect it. But you know one thing we can learn from this situation? Never ever run away from who you are. Accept who you are. Embrace it. (2012 to 2013 was when the feud between these two people began, but not in the way you think. First things first, they were both at the top, right? But through different means. The main reason why there's a feud or a beef between Wizkid and Davido is simple. Comparison. How? By the fans. Listen, these two people were both fan magnets who came to the top through opposite ways. But instead of opposite attracting, these two repelled each other. What's happening to physics? The fans, of course, fueled this. Wizkid was known for his melodic afrobeats, whilst Davido was known for his vibrant party-starting tracks. As time went on, even though they were both colleagues, friends, they had some inbuilt competition against each other. Hey, I had to till date. 2014, the year that gave us the best FIFA, was also the year that the fire icons fueling afrobeats, Wizkid and Davido, went international. Only that their beef grew with them. 28 July 2014, Wizkid had an electrifying performance in New York. So ahead of his show in London, he came out to make a statement. And I read, proper shows, proper venues. A statement which was harmless. But the fans looked at it and they were like, no, this is jabbing against Davido. No, Davido, come and see, no. He's saying this, Davido. Remember I said that the fans are the ones fueling everything. Davido saw this and wasted no time with the clapback. Pull off my crowd before talking shit. Come on, fire, let's go. You see, this particular beef was electrifying to the fans. It was entertaining. As to whether it was entertaining to these two people, well, I can't tell. Subtle jabs here and there, tweets, interviews, and the fans, don't get me started with the fans. The Wizkid FC, toxic. But the 30BG, Davido's fans also held their ground. We're like, hey, come. It was like a full battlefield on social media every day. Bringing us to 2017, where the amphibian was born, the most famous insult today. Frodigo. But then these two enemies did something that none of us could have ever thought or imagined. December 2017, they shared the stage to get this was like unprecedented, because I mean, like they just fought on how and the way these people performed, like it marked a new era in Afrobeat history. The unification of the two gods in the industry. Or so we thought. 13th October 2019, Davido released an album called A Better Time, which shook the Nigerian music industry. Note, something happened a year later. 30th October 2020, Wizkid released one of the best albums of his career, Made in Lagos.
Self-preservation, self-elevation.
Self-preservation, definitely. That song! The fans began the beef again. Which album is the best amongst the two? Oh my goodness, it seems like this beef is never going to end, right? Well, at least we can handle only two people fighting, right? 2018 was the year that Burna Boy came into the picture. Note, Burna Boy has always been in the picture, but he was insignificant, very insignificant. Until that particular song gave Burna Boy that global recognition. Wizkid and Davido were like, oh, okay, Burna Boy, Burna Boy, I see you, okay. But he was beginning to align with Wizkid more. They collaborated on more songs like Ginger, so that fans began to see that, okay, Burna Boy is for Wizkid, fine. Burna Boy did not step on Davido's toe, well, until he did. 2020, Burna Boy was in Ghana to chill and party. Fortunately or unfortunately, another person had the same idea. Davido. And guess what? They met at the same nightclub. A lot of dangerous stuff happened that night. The eyewitnesses say it was messy. Davido then left the club pissed with his entourage. And that is when he tweeted that famous tweet. I go leave this music for Una. This incident then cemented the idea that Davido and Burna Boy were enemies. Also, Burna Boy is the one fueling the Davido-Wizkid beef more because of his alignment with Wizkid. Burna Boy then went further with this Instagram post. You cannot play football. Everybody knows you cannot play football and you are an embarrassment to the team. But your daddy bought the football team. Insinuating that Davido's success in this music industry is because of his father's wealth. He did not say it or mention it directly, but everyone could tell. Wow. Davido then responded in the funniest way possible with the picture. This made Burna Boy angry and furious. But this also cemented Burna Boy as an active participant in this beef. But the main culprit of this beef was not Burna Boy, was not Davido, was not Wizkid. It was you, the fans. 2022 was the year that we could all say that the beef between these three people kind of died down a little because of the tragedy that happened to Davido. I don't want to mention it or say it, but we all know. Wizkid also postponed the release of his album, The More Laugh Less Ego, because of that. Respect. Davido then released his Timeless album after. Everyone loved it. Honestly, I thought this particular incident could end the feud between Davido, Wizkid and Burna Boy, but I was mistaken. It only took 2 years for Wizkid to go on a rampage again against Davido and later release his album called Morayo. Fire songs though. And guys, I did a reaction to the whole album. Go and check it out on my music channel. Trust me, the best reaction you ever see. Man, we are back to the Davido versus Wizkid versus Burna Boy beef again. As to whether this feud will ever end, I doubt it. Guys, what are your thoughts? Tell me. Leave a like on this video, just a like. There's a big three in the music industry, but deep down, everyone wants to be number one. Well, as long as there's that desire in the music industry, ladies and gentlemen, all I can say is, buckle up. Georgia, by the way you look.